What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're interacting to the second episode of Seirei Gensouki Spirit Chronicles. This one's titled Royal Academy. So yeah, back in this one. Honestly, it's Greg. Honestly, this show is not anything super special thus far. It's like a couple of other shows that I can think of in recent memory where it's like, they are kind of cliche and tropey in their own ways. They're not really doing anything necessarily super unique, but they're doing it in a way that it just feels perfectly fine. I mean, the things get repeated like this because they work. They wouldn't repeat them if they weren't actually decent ideas. So seeing them done well is obviously entertaining, and the first episode was actually entertaining. It's a slightly different approach to an isekai as well. Very, very, very violent isekaiing, with the bus getting smashed by a train, like Jesus Christ. And instead of like him just being reborn into the world, it's his memories being implanted into this kid, essentially. I don't know how much of those memories are just going to influence his abilities in the future, or if they seem to be like combining the minds almost. It's kind of like what happened to Ariel in Sama Spider So What, where body brain, through eating of the brain, spoilers for Spider, by the way, influences Ariel's mind, and they become like a hybrid of sorts, and that leads to the truce between her and Kumiko and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's kind of like a similar deal. I don't know how it's going to go over time, obviously, because we're starting from a young age, as per usual, kind of, with these types of stories. I assume there's going to be some time skips and stuff eventually, because I don't think we'll be dealing with, like, 7-year-old characters forever, but we'll see. But yeah, we save the girl they were looking for, who ended up being the princess, right? And in doing so, obviously we were kind of suspect for suddenly having her after saying we'd never seen her, and then all of a sudden we have her. It's like, okay, it's a little suspicious, but the group that were looking seemed like, okay, we'll be fairly hospitable, because like, okay, we'll hear your side of the story and we'll work this out. Unfortunately, that memo didn't get taken to the people who were actually holding him in jail, who were very much torturing him, until he was kind of shut down by the princess's own orders as well. So, yeah. We now have an audience with the king. I think the queen is also there, or was it just the king? I can't remember. We have an audience with the royals anyway, and we're going to get our judgment, essentially. Probably a thank you, and if I remember the synopsis correctly, I think this is where we get to the Royal Academy, as we are given that opportunity as thanks, I believe. So, I guess we'll see how that goes. Anyway, loading the episode up here. As per usual, these are time-based format access here on YouTube. If you want to see the full picture in picture, you can go to my Patreon down in the description below. £4 a month gives me access to all Patreon picture access I do on the channel, which is everything from the current seasonal lineup, as well as Patreon request shows such as World Trigger, Sympho Gear, and Lock Horizon, all of which have their new dates kind of cemented in, so go check the Discord for schedules on that. Here on YouTube, though, we do time-based, so bump left of the screen and see a time for the episode. I count down 3, 2, 1, play. Then play start the episode, I start the episode, and we should be in sync. Watch this one on Crunchyroll as per usual, since they're the ones who license the series. No logos or anything, we're just straight into the episode. You can use the screen flash on my face, the mic, or this part of my headset to tell when the scenes are transitioning. That shall be synced up as well. So, with all that said, let's get into this week's episode, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, play. Year 991 of the Holy Era. Basement library tower, okay. I guess we're just going straight into it then. Right, yeah. That's gonna be some hardship. Discriminatory, yeah. Royal Academy. OP time. Oh, I didn't even mention the other girl that seems to like awaken our magic abilities. And yeah, there's definitely a time skip because he looks older in that one. I'm implying the other people are on the train there as well. Alright. Royal Academy. Yep, all the attention begins. Now a flashback, okay. Scholarship student. It's already begun. How we doing? Wonder if there's a parallel from his previous life that will help him with that. Because that is numbers, not so much letters, so maybe it'll work out a bit better. Does that say toilets? Okay. Just a tiny bit, uh-huh. Sure you are. Do you have a magic spell to help? Yeah. Okay. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Sure, that explains that, I guess. Hmm. Yeah, past life. Mm-hmm. About as expected, I think. Plus, you'll be able to show him up pretty soon anyway. Hmm. Okay. Wonder if there'll be an easy equivalent for him to translate from his previous life. Anyways, okay. Hmm. Past experience coming in again. Hmm. Yeah. Hmm. He's making quite the splash at the moment. Well. Mm-hmm. He's gonna place like first in the exam or something. Surprised the bullying hasn't kicked in yet. I assume it must happen soon because there's no way he doesn't get bullied here. I mean, the general avoidance is still going, but. Mm-hmm. 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 And yet, here I am. Mm-hmm. Back down. Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Back the fuck down, kid. I don't care what you think. Don't have to accept it. Right. I'm doing it as friends, but yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Oof. Oh, adorable. Okay. uh, yeah, 966. Okay, so that's five. That was a time skip. I can't remember what. I think it was 5 years. 961. Here we go. Tournament time. Okay. Sure about that? Interesting. Much taller now. Yeah, it was a 5 year time skip. Okay. Hmm. Then what do you want to do? Yeah. Hmm. 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 Well, just because you have no intention. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Tournament. First challenger. Hmm. The. Oh. Oh. Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. uh. Rile him up a little bit, get in his head. A demotion you deserved, but nice. Yeah, that's your problem. Don't fight for real. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Also, if you let down your guard in a real fight, you'd be dead. So, you know, you can't afford to let down your guard in any fight, really. No one else is applauding, though. There it goes eventually. Very calm and muted applause. I'm sure, yeah, he's going to be a pain in the ass in the future as well. Yeah, and he's a fucking student. Sure. Proxy Empire, huh? Mm-hmm. Giving up information. Oh, this was the guy. Oh. Okay. A confession? Wow. Wow, okay. Didn't expect that. Really didn't expect that. Okay. Rio's getting some game. He's also winning some people over, so that's good. They're really showing like the arranged / forced marriage aspect here. You know, Ring of Thorns, chains, wedding dress, like kind of gives away that might be a plot point later. Alright, what do we get? Do we get previews or what do we get on this show? I forget. Next time, Kingdom of Lies. Oh boy. And then art, maybe? Oh no, it's the little manga things. Dumb little bits. Very dumb little bits. Good episode. Another good episode. We got the time skip out of the way, or one of the time skips at least out of the way very early on. I don't know if there are going to be multiple time skips. Yeah, so that was just 5 years down. We're starting to change our perception around us. Starting to. Proving ourselves combat capable. Got a love confession from a side character that I'm sure isn't going to be used anymore. Well, they might use it a little bit with Celia. I'm sure that might come up. But other than that, again, this is just a very typical East Guy's story. There's nothing super standoutish about it, but it's perfectly fine. Like that's the thing. This is just one of those shows that's like a good watch, fairly generic, but it's still a good laugh and is actually done relatively well, which makes a change. Normally, when you get like super generic stuff like this, especially East Guy stories, it just kind of like becomes boring. This hasn't become boring yet, which is interesting. So hopefully you can keep that up, and we can get a good season out of this. That's really what I'm hoping more than anything. So anyway, that's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed that one as usual. Leave a like if you did, as well as your comments what you thought of the episode. Don't forget to hit subscribe as well to see next week's episode, as well as the rest of the summer 2021 lineup you can find here on the channel. Thank you for watching. Till next time. See you guys later.